Hey Manic, Lego Star
Yeah.
Wars, right?
Oh yeah.
Lego Star, yeah,
Yeah.
dude, my childhood right there. Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, goated game, one of the best Lego games of all time. And knowing that the first one came out a bit before Revenge of the Sith actually came out, so there are a few little differences between them. Like, don't even get me started on the lore of the game itself. But today we're gonna be ranking the individual levels from the Complete Saga. Now, the tier list does have like the DS and then Rise of Skywalker, Force Awakens, the Skywalker saga. It has all of this, but just for the sake of time and keeping it concise, we're gonna stick to just the Complete Saga.
And in all fairness, I haven't even played the Force Awakens game.
Yeah, who has?
I mean, it did get kind of irrelevant now that we have the Skywalker saga.
No. If anything, the Skywalker saga is irrelevant because the Complete Saga already exists.
Exactly. It already did it so perfectly. We did not need another. I do like Lego Star Wars 3, the Clone Wars.
The Clone
Even if
Wars, like, I haven't played it. I really want to.
It's good.
It's just one of those games where when I sit down and think, oh, I kind of want to play it, it always slips my mind. It's just.
It's probably like only like $5.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
think
you can
I
get
I
on
think I
sale.
do have it. It's just one of those things where I don't have it installed. And I just forget it exists. But
Yeah.
anyways, we're gonna go in chronological order of the game, just because that's the easiest way to do it. So of course we
Yeah.
have to start with the only level you have access to when you start the game: negotiations.
So funny thing, I actually have one of the very first videos I have on my channel, and I think it still holds up despite being a very young video in my journey on YouTube. I think this is a great opening level, and I actually said it is the perfect opening level. It gets you used to everything to do with the game.
I completely agree with that. Such a good opening stage.
I think there's a good argument for the S tier purple stud, but
Well,
considering it is an opening level, right? It doesn't get too hard, and I do quite like replaying it.
yeah.
If in all honesty, I'm trying to find things that are bad about it.
It's kind of hard to. Oh, I gotta adjust OBS recording. Sorry.
Oh yeah, do we need a
There we
like
go.
image for the background?
No, I already got that.
Okay.
But anyways, I just had to fix it. But yeah, negotiations. It kind of teaches the player every small thing about the game, the different astromechs, the idea of you gotta come back to the level when you have the character you need, and that kind of stuff. It's a good one. Very good first level. Now, Invasion of Naboo, it's like, you get Jar Jar, which can high jump. However, the high jump mechanic is never actually used past this one level, just because it's like pseudo required to beat it. Although if you understand how to like do Jedi flip, bullshit, you can actually bypass the Jar Jar specific moments. So as a level trying to teach you about this one mechanic, it actually kind of fails to do that. It's but like that requires experienced tech that not every child would understand. But,
yeah, well, okay. You're getting way into the like weeds of it. It's like,
Yeah.
they don't bring back Jar Jar for every single
No,
level.
no, it's not that they don't bring back Jar Jar. It's just the idea of like some characters can jump higher than others. It's only ever used specifically for free play stuff. This is the one time in like the story mode where it's intended to be used, and then throughout the entire rest of the game, it's just never actually required. And it's just
If anything, I think that makes this level more unique.
well, yeah, but it's Jar Jar. Music Jar Jar Binks.
Okay, it's not like he has voice lines in the game.
Oh yeah,
He's not
this is before that.
He's not going like focus, Obi-Wan.
Focus, Master Qui-Gon. Don't forget to get the studs or some bullshit like that. But
I mean, like it has. I like the vibes of this level, and also there's a little cutscene introducing Jar Jar, like with some Lego antics. Which if there's any medium that Jar Jar works, it is in Lego form.
Yeah, I agree with that one. I mean, I think it's plain. It's not forgettable or bad, but it doesn't do anything like super crazy. I think just C tier is a fine enough level.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now, Escape from Naboo. This is the first time where you're supposed to play as a Blaster character. You got your Jedi levels and then Blaster, but then you get the Jedi characters at the end of it. I mean, It's fine enough.
I find this a very memorable one because you open out in a courtyard.
Yeah.
Where previously in the first level and also the second level up to this point, you're kind of going down a very linear hallway. Then it opens up from there. This one, it's a very open, wide arena. Then you're trying to go up. I do really like just the atmosphere of this. It has aura to it.
Yeah, I get that. It's enjoyable. I do enjoy it a bit more than the Jar Jar one. So
yeah, I'd say it has a little bit more, especially for a Star Wars setting. Like this is a very unique setting.
yeah. But anyways, so we have the complete Saga pod race now.
Oh yeah, because it is different between the original and Saga.
The original one is cutthroat. If you don't make perfect turns, if you get slightly delayed even a tiny bit, you have to like replay a whole segment again and again and again. It's just, but this one is far more lenient. It's actually a bit more forgiving. But as the pod race level itself, it's just kind of like a on the rails. It's already doing everything for you. You just gotta like steer and shit. It's memorable, but I
I mean, to be fair, you are going very fast paced, right? Like this is a good pace breaker for the game. Like I wouldn't fault it. I think probably C tier. I'd say.
It's just
because I don't think there's a huge racing element to this. I don't remember this being too hard when it comes to getting first. It's more so just surviving.
It's just you just gotta know where the canisters are for the mini kits and whatnot. But as a level, it's actually it's fine. So now retake Theed Palace. Kind of this is like just kind of redoing this level again, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
like,
is this the first instance of a miniature character?
Where you have young Anakin, yeah, it is.
Yeah, Anakin.
So it at least introduces you to that mechanic of having smaller characters go into hatches. But other than that, I just remember this level as being like really long and kind of tedious towards the end. And since it's just another like another version of this level, but Padme's in a different outfit, I just never fucked with it. But I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's okay. It also has the droidicas, which I don't like. Obviously with the blaster characters aren't exactly effective against that, so you're gonna have to switch back to one of the Jedis. Also like the mini characters, it's not the most engrossing sort of gimmick to a character. It's like also like Anakin Skywalker as a boy in this game does not look like your typical mini character.
No, well,
it always throws me off.
I mean, I'm pretty sure this is before LEGO themselves understood how to make mini characters. But I could be wrong there. Like before they actually, kind of finalized how they're designed. But that's a different thing. But do you agree with like D tier?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, so Darth Maul, first of all, first boss battle against the Sith Lord, Duel of the Fates plays in the game, and like it's actually a really fun chase where you chasing through the plasma refinery. You have the first opening bit where you gotta use the Force to throw it back at him, which is reused later in like the Darth Vader fight. It's just, and then you chase him through like the elevated area in like the small hallway. Then you have the reactor room fight. I think like this is just a peak LEGO boss fight where although it keeps going, it doesn't keep going in a way where it feels tedious, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah, because it has a respectable length to it. And like I'm looking at the timestamps for this one playthrough. Yeah, the retaking Theed Palace is easily the longest level in episode 1.
Yeah, it just keeps going, and not in a good way, but like the Darth Maul fight, it keeps going, but in a good way.
Yeah, if anything, I would say that the length of retaking Theed Palace is more similar to a original trilogy level, because those levels are usually a lot longer.
Yeah,
and usually for worse, but we can get into that later.
But no, I think S tier level, like the purple stud. So Bounty Hunter Pursuit, man, this level fucking sucks. It's just
I say this might be one of the most either forgettable levels. To be fair, like the boss you're fighting is Zam Wessel.
It's just a literal another Glup Shido, right? And like what's annoying about it is, if I remember correctly, in the original Lego Star Wars game, like the first 3 movies, episode 2 only had 5 levels. So this one was added after the fact to just bump it up to 6 like levels,
Yeah.
because to make it on par with every other movie. So it's literally just a filler level, and just, man, fuck Bounty Hunter Pursuit.
I mean, in all fairness, it does make, because this is covering the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but it's still just not a very good level. But
Yeah, because like I'm just now realizing the Camino Storm, that's the second level in this, which
yeah,
that's like a good ways into the movie.
yeah,
Like,
I mean, like the Droid Factory, Jedi Battle, Gunship, and Dooku. This is all in like the last 30 minutes of the film, whereas
yeah,
the first film, you have literally the opening, like right after, like scene by scene. It actually takes you through the film. But episode 2 just,
yeah,
I guess
is skipping through a lot.
it's not a very action oriented movie until the very end. But
Yeah.
but
I
still,
mean, which obviously, like, that's not an issue for every movie, but when you're trying to make it into a video game,
yeah.
that's when you get issues. But for the Camino level, I find this
Dude.
very memorable. Like,
Dude.
I really like the setting here.
Dude, the setting is really cool, chasing down Jango Fett through the level. He's destroying platforms and stuff. And then the actual boss fight against the Slave One and Jango, it's really memorable. It's very dramatic. I mean, it sucks if you're, having a, player two. Yeah, if you're player 2 and you're just R4, but, whatever.
Yeah,
like, that's another, like, nothing point, but...
That's something free play could fix, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. But the aesthetics, the location really stands out. We got forest, desert, now a like rainy planet. It's really good.
Yeah, and like, not to mention, like, there's a really good contrast going from the all white interior to the very dark, like, outdoors area.
Oh, I never really thought about that, but yeah.
Yeah, dude, this is just great all around. Like, I'd say, I mean, obviously, like, fighting the literal floating bots.
It's just it's a literal filler enemy, so it's just.
Well, yeah, I mean, thing is, like, it would definitely be more equipped if you had a blaster to fight them. Not saying, but like, I guess you can, there is some satisfaction to be gained from blocking the lasers. And also, you have a boss fight at the end. Honestly, this might be S at this. There's even a boss fight at the end.
Yeah, the boss fight with Jango is actually really cool, and you actually get to do something as R4 to activate turrets to disable the Slave One. So
yeah,
like
because Boba Fett's in the Slave One.
Yeah,
this is such a good level, man.
It's just a very well thought out, very well paced, good level.
Yeah, now, that's not even to mention, like, when you're doing free play, I just remember this might be one of the first instances of a disco section in a Lego game, which would be a reoccurring theme.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That made me laugh as a kid. I liked that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like right across from the hall you discover Jango Fett.
Yeah,
it's just like that. I mean, that's good. Like, it might be overplayed nowadays, but I think it's all good. And obviously, you have the Sith room, which I remember being decently fun enough. Obviously, not as good as the disco room, but
still, I could agree with S tier for that one.
Yeah.
Now, Droid Factory.
The more I think about it, I think that's at least A tier, frankly. Like I really.
In the movie, it really does just feel like a video game level where they're just hopping through a bunch of bullshit. Watching
it's worth it.
Like, no, I mean, like, watching the movie, it feels kind of a waste of time. But when you're playing the game, it's actually like a coherent level, start to finish. And it's like having to platform around the, conveyor belt that can mess with your movement a little bit. It's good. I like that. The actual aesthetics of seeing a droid factory is done pretty well. So
yeah, and also the Geonosians are a pretty good step up for blaster enemies. Like, they just add a little bit more like evasive maneuvers to like evade you, and also they have a very unique blaster sound.
Yeah,
and not to mention, it's like you actually are doing some, like, somewhat tricky platforming throughout this, because you do have the like, you're on a conveyor belt going backwards, and then there's things that are just gonna crush you, like one shot you.
Yeah.
And no, like, I really like this. I really like the setting for this. Like, it's just like the vibes for this, just it has soul.
Unlike the
It
movie,
has soul.
but yeah, the actual video game level of the Droid Factory has soul. I agree.
Yeah. Not to mention when you get all the way past the Droid Factory, I remember there being a secret room. This might be only accessible in free play, where you need a you basically need a kind of mix and match colors. Like you only get the 3 primary colors,
Yeah,
but you can mix
red
them
and
to get the
blue.
secondary.
Red and blue make purple.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty cool because if you're a dumbass kid, you're actively learning color theory.
Exact, bro. Color theory in my video games, love that shit.
I mean, I'm not sure if color theory is the right term to apply to that.
I know. I'm just, but still, it's a good level. Oh,
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, I do think it's a really cool unlock condition to beat the level that you basically are just freeing the Obi-Wan.
yeah, you free Obi-Wan and then you get caught, and then
Yeah.
you go into the Jedi battle level.
Ooh.
So as a level, it's very chaotic. There's a lot of shit going on, which adds into the feeling of, oh, there's a lot of shit going on. But the camera angle in this one, it's very weird. Like you never get to actually see the literal center of the stage, and
it's basically you're basically just pivoting around the center of the arena.
Yeah, like you're constantly just trying to find a bunch of different droids and shit. If the level itself actually incorporated the monsters that would just kind of run around and fuck shit up, that might have been a bit more dramatic, a bit better in general. But they didn't do that.
So funny thing in Lego Star Wars 3, that this is actually the opening scene or the opening level for the entire game in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, right here.
And they do actually kind of integrate the monsters into it.
Okay.
And you can see there's just a bit more going on because it's a newer game. But I mean, I'm not to say that that's bad. There's just 2 different interpretations where this is more so when obviously you're playing as Mace Windu during this, so you're kind of on the scene and then you're killing Jango Fett, whereas in the third game, the Lego Star Wars 3, the Clone Wars, it's more so focusing on the trio getting captured and fighting those monsters.
But back to the complete Saga version. What's weird though is this boss fight with Jango Fett is way worse than the Camino one, because it's obviously it's just
to be fair, it makes sense because Jango Fett died fairly
quickly. Yeah, Mace Windu just cuts off his hand and then decapitates him in 2 seconds. So
so it's not necessarily anything. But yeah, I mean, this is just a pure sort of. I'd probably say it might be C tier.
Yeah, kind of.
Frankly,
I get C tier vibes from it. But
yeah, you are just fighting in one arena at the end of the day, which it is cool because there's so much going on screen. But you can see a bit of camera jank right here, and they also have literal Lego Glup shittos here.
Oh yeah,
Lego Jedi Bob and shit.
It's still fine. I could go with C tier. Now, Gunship Cavalry. Once again, this is another example of that they changed it for the game, pod race and cavalry. It's no longer an on the rail shooter. It does the whole bomb towing mechanic, which I just don't like. It's not a good one. So if anything, this might be a downgrade from the original, in my opinion. The original might be hard, but it was at least a bit more memorable.
So growing up, I actually played the game separate. I didn't have the complete saga until much later. So I remember the old version, and I remember it being bullshit.
Well, was it bullshit because the level was bullshit, or is it bullshit because you were a stupid kid that would just mash the gun button and not actually try to maneuver around the lasers? You would just hold forward the entire time.
Okay, I'm fairly certain the game was it was much more punishing than the rest of it because you basically had a more standard sort of checkpoint system and not just the respawn roughly where you died. Yeah. So I think just to make things more in line, and also this kind of makes it more in line with Lego Star Wars 2 with the Hoth levels, which I think that's fairly cool. They backported a feature into an earlier game or kind of earlier level. So I wouldn't put it anywhere above C tier. I think D tier is fair for it.
It's just this version of Gunship Cavalry it's slower, and because the bomb throwing mechanic, it can be a bit more jank, where you just miss your shot and then you have to go back and get it again and hope you don't run into a random droid that just pops up out of nowhere. It's more frustrating than it is fun, so that's why I say D tier for it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not forgettable, or I don't want to say it's outright bad, but it's just
I mean, in all fairness, I probably would only remember this if it was not a changed level.
yeah.
Like if this was how it was originally, I would have forgotten about it.
All right. On to the Count Dooku boss fight. So unlike the Darth Maul fight, it's only in not one room. You go through like the opening little bit of his, starship hangar, and then the boss fight itself, I mean, it introduces the mechanic of he holds one person with lightning, and then the second player has to hit him, and you have the cutscene where Anakin gets taken out, and then it's Yoda, which is actually pretty cool. And then
you get to play as Yoda.
That's the first time you see that Yoda is just like hopping all around. It's like whoa, woo, and maybe you even get to hear his iconic death sound effect for the first time. But as a boss fight itself, it's nowhere near as memorable as the Darth Maul one, which is kind of like the movie, where the actual final climactic duel isn't nearly as good as the previous films. But
no, yeah,
I
mean, I will say I do decently like the mechanic where it's like, oh, he's force targeting one character. You have to switch.
Like, it introduces something new. It's not just rehashing the opening bit of Darth Maul where you like force objects back at him, which it's fine. But as a boss fight level, it's okay. I'll say like it's more enjoyable, but I can't really put it. It's really short too, so
Yeah,
it's like
it is. Yeah, because I'm looking at this. This says like less than 6 minutes to even beat the level.
yeah. But just because it's Count Dooku, I will never put that in C tier, never. But I just
Count.
Yeah, C for Count. But I just don't feel A or S. I say B.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Now,
Battle over Coruscant. It's like, so if you need studs,
so badass.
no, if you need studs, first of all, you can get like 100k every round, and then you just do that a couple times. Eventually, you'll be able to buy the stud multipliers, and then like you're just swimming in studs, bro. But also, the on the rails shooter aspect of it lets them meticulously plot out what you're gonna see when you're gonna see it. It really does make you feel like you're flying through a giant space battle. It is,
like you're in war.
like it is one of the best film to movie like adaptations, or like film to game adaptations for this game. So
yeah, dude, this does look so badass. Like, and now that I'm looking, it kind of reminds me of like Star Fox or something.
Yeah.
But I don't think Star Fox ever gets this badass, frankly.
now, do I want to put an S tier? I'm not sure, just because like episode 3 has, in my opinion, 2 levels that are contender for like an S tier Lego game level.
Yeah.
So I mean, then again, episode 3 Revenge of the Sith is the best of the prequel movies, so it makes sense that they'd have like some of the better levels in general. So
I would say A tier for the most part.
All right. Like, the on the rails aspect of it does make it get really repetitive. So if you are just like replaying it to get a bunch of studs again and again, it loses its charm. But like as a kid, when you play it for the first time, it's like, whoa!
Yeah.
So, but it is a very fun level. Now, Chancellor in Peril. This is one of the ones where I'm like, maybe it's S tier for me, because I just think it's a really well thought out, well paced level. I really enjoy it. Like, you get the boss fight against Dooku again, and it's just like the fact that like it includes a boss fight against Dooku as just part of the level kind of just shows why like the Dooku one is just not that good, because it's really short.
Yeah, like I think overall like it's framed much better here.
Yeah.
But and also I don't know why, I really like the part where you just like are going through a tunnel into the other area.
Well, remember, it's not a tunnel, it's an elevator shaft, because the ship is like, kind of turned on its side as it's blowing up and shit in space, which is actually really cool. So
yeah, this is a really good instance of like they just kind of skimmed over a lot of this in the movie, where like they did have to expand to make this a full level, when they really didn't need to. I think they probably could have just done like a simple like Count Dooku boss fight once you're in there, and then like obviously escaping.
Yeah.
But
So,
they didn't
now
do
you
that. They didn't settle for that. You
like
get R2D2
yeah,
in here.
yeah. You could very well easily settle for the idea that maybe it goes on a bit too long, like it overstays its welcome, and you do get to have or Chancellor Palpatine with you, and he's one of the characters that literally does nothing. He's just there to be there, but you know, you're not playing as Palpatine, you're playing as Anakin or Obi-Wan. So
Yeah, like if he was a Force player 2 character, like there's only two of them,
then it would
then
have
that
sucked, but they didn't do that, thankfully.
yeah. Yeah, not to mention there like, when there is the whole elevator sequence, like this is actually kind of prelude to the final the final one's obviously just not as tough, but does remind me of the not Duel of the Fates, but like that final level on Mustafar where you're like you have to jump over the lava and
Yeah,
like this stuff's
yeah.
blowing up behind you.
We'll get
So
to
this is
that one
kind of
in
a
a
good
bit.
way to introduce that.
But yeah, no,
It
I think it's a really good level. It's one of the more memorable ones. It's well paced. I like it.
I do, yeah, because you like just basically midway through the level, you get Chancellor Palpatine and that escape sequence.
So,
So yeah,
like, that's why I think it's an S tier. Do you think it's more like, A tier?
I'd be fine with S tier for now.
Okay. So the General Grievous boss fight, it's definitely not below C tier. I like it. Seeing like, it might be a bit tedious having to chase him down the entire time, but just like the aesthetic of Grievous, one of my favorite Star Wars characters in general. Now,
Yeah,
it is brought down by the fact that you're a Jedi and a clone character, but they at least incorporate some like blaster shots where you have to actually use Cody to like hit an explosive to force Grievous back down, which is actually well thought out. And
yeah. I did always thought the clones kind of looked weird in this game.
yeah,
Not gonna lie, like especially compared, like they do really improve their designs in the Clone Wars game. But like, I do like the use of Cody. And don't you find it weird how Cody like dies
yeah.
in the cutscene of this?
So we were talking about like, oh, it's well adapted from the scene, but once again, we have to remember that when this game came out, Episode 3 did not release at that time. It was like a month or two beforehand. So
Yeah.
I guess they didn't finalize all the stuff. So it's like canonically, it's not the same. But if anything, the idea that Grievous actually kills Cody and that's where he picks up the blaster, I don't mind that. Like, it's not just a random blaster that Grievous had. The fact that like Obi-Wan had to use his fallen comrade's weapon to beat the bad guy. In some ways, it actually kind of fits a bit better. Like
Yeah.
the idea that Obi-Wan is still working with the clones even after they die. I still kind of like that. But if anything,
Yeah, but then I'm just wondering like who ordered the shot in Order 66.
yeah,
In that
yeah.
script.
Well, then it was just another random fuck off clone. I mean, if anything, this is more of just a matter of like the movie and like not elaborating more. This would have been a far better level if after you kill Grievous in this level, Order 66 is executed, and then you play as Obi-Wan trying to, hide between droids and clones at the same time. But, they do that in this level. And,
Yeah.
like playing as slow Yoda sucks, but playing as fast Yoda just jumping around, woo, it's still fun. But
Yeah, but for some final words on the Grievous boss
yeah.
you like I will say the arena does feel kind of barren. Like you really do not feel you're in Utapau.
They
this.
they definitely should have had like a battle raging on like on the outskirts, or have Grievous summon his Magna Guards and some battle droids or something.
Yeah.
It was.
But I will say I do like how you can see with my screen share right here that like if you're playing free play, there is this section you can go to.
Yeah.
Like if you, I do like it gives the sense that you're kind of like boundary breaking the game, and I think those are sort of the best feeling of kind of like free play exclusive areas where it's like, oh, this is a place I couldn't go to on my first playthrough,
But now I can, and you find some cool stuff. I believe that's where you get the red brick for this level. So.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so I do like it. I'm not against the like Cody's use in this level, but I think probably B tier.
Yeah, no, it's just they could
it's
have done
Dooku, I'd say.
Yeah, but like they could have done a lot more with this fight, but they just, I guess for the sake of like they didn't want to spoil too much for the movies, they just couldn't. Now the defensive Kashyyyk level, it kind of just keeps going. Like,
yeah,
how long is it for like the video?
For this, it's like roughly 15 minutes, which is still shorter than the Chancellor in Peril level.
But unlike the Chancellor in Peril, it's still just you're just running through like a forest and shit. With the Chancellor in Peril, there are enough different set pieces like the elevator room, the Dooku room, you know, so it doesn't feel samey. But with this level, it just kind of feels samey. And doing the whole oh man, you got hit like on the video, you got hit like, but the bit where you gotta save all the Wookiees and that unlocks a bridge, it's whatever. I do like how they incorporate Order 66 like wait, actually no, like they execute Order 66 like right at the beginning. If anything, it would have been a bit better if you played a bit more of the level with your clones and then they turn on you. But you know,
I mean, that'd be cool, but from a gameplay perspective, like how long would you have to go just without any sort of resistance?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you'd still fight the droids, is what I mean.
Okay, yeah.
Cause
and then so like I'm looking at this video. This is roughly almost 7 minutes into the level, where I'm assuming this is still playing optimally, because like when you're collecting all the Wookiees, there's still like it looks so samey when you're in the treetops area. Like it all just kind of blends together.
Like,
but then you get onto the beach.
And like the beach having both sides of the war like try to kill you. That's cool.
That is a really cool set piece there, and you're just trying to go from right to left. You can even hijack some vehicles. Like it is the kind of thing where it's like you don't really stop to smell the roses here, considering like there are so many threats, and not to mention mines, literal mines here.
Yeah.
But like you can just kind of feel a sense of panic go throughout.
Like you just gotta get to the end before more droids or more clones show up to kill you.
So. That is very fitting, but I will say it's after this beach segment that I think things really fall off. I would have forgiven everything if it was just like those two main segments.
Like you do get the cool X-wing, like not cameo, but like what's the word?
But like, is it like a reference?
Yeah.
Callback.
Callback. Yeah.
I mean, technically not a callback if it takes place in the future.
Easter egg. That's it. That's what I was going for. But like when you get to the bit where you just like have to keep climbing this mountain to get past like some boulders, it's like that's the moment where they should have cut out that bit entirely. You go through the X-wing room just to the
boulders part gets ridiculous.
Like it's just not good. I don't like it. So as a level, I mean, it has some cool set pieces and ideas, but the way it just drags on and like sometimes like Yoda, you just feel how slow he is if you don't always have his lightsaber out. So it's like I'm feeling more of like a C tier, maybe C or B.
I'd say D. I'd say D.
D. Okay, fair enough.
Definitely D.
All right, but Ruins of the Jedi. It's a very somber level. It opens up with a deleted scene of clones disguised as Jedi, which is just a cool little factoid, little hey man, did you know about this that you can tell your friends.
Yeah.
But as a level, it's actually pretty decent. Once again, you play as 2 Jedi and going through the Jedi temple. It's a different set piece. It actually works pretty well. Like you can just
definitely, and like this isn't kind of more. This is definitely expanding, especially because the whole disguise clone thing was removed. This is definitely expanding on a part that was not that didn't really seem like there's all too much to have conflict for a video game in the movie. I do like just like going through. I do like everything to do with the vibes of this. Like I like this. I do like some of the rooms. You can even like see the Jedi Council room.
And like seeing the pristine Jedi temple be an absolute ruin and with like destruction everywhere. The only thing I wish they did is if they included like some dead Jedi just strewn about. Because like remember, this is like right after Order 66 happened. Like they did not like clean up bodies and stuff. If they added a few like random glup shittos, like maybe Shock T, or like I know like there's the cutscene where you see Anakin kill Shock T, but if in like a hidden room you can find her body beforehand, that could have been cool. But the part of the level where you use the Force to activate platforms is actually not that bad. If anything, it's like, hey, do you have your double jumps and stuff like that on point? So I think it's a good level.
Yeah, I mean, I would say definitely the weakest point I would say is this library area.
Yeah,
I think, like this is more so just the room to stuff everything that you can for the free play.
Yeah, this is where you get you get like 4 canisters, mini kits, and the red brick in this one segment. So it's like
Yeah, like, I feel like they could have definitely done more with that for free play. Like, if because it's the Jedi Temple, I'm sure there's a lot more rooms there. Like, where Yoda trained the younglings, maybe
Yeah.
something like that.
Or if
But
anything, what if the level itself was just Order 66, where you go
yeah,
through it as Anakin? Maybe that would have been. Well, the thing is, that would have been a spoiler. We have to remember that of like.
yeah,
So like the reveal that Anakin did it, it's like if you're a kid and you just haven't watched it yet, it's like, whoa, what? But if we're thinking about it as a video game, it's fine. It's okay.
yeah. Not to mention that that like not Ayla Secura Shock T dying, that was also cut from Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, so it's another example of like a third time where she's died out of canon. So is she dead? I don't know. So
Yeah, I do know that there is a mod that depicts the fight, like the fight of the Jedi.
yeah,
led
the
by Mace
arrest. Yeah,
Windu
the arrest.
facing-
Uh,
yeah, the arrest.
that's a really cool modded level.
It because I think that'd be also a really good way to sell the whole thing. Because for example, right, you are fighting the Emperor or whatever, or Chancellor Palpatine or whatever, and then right you see Anakin, and then he's attacking you.
Like what? That
What? Yeah,
that
exactly.
And on top of that, having a Chancellor Palpatine be another playable character, like he gets another like reskin, but he's actually like one of the best characters in the game. That would have been a good like dichotomy between one of the worst and one of the best. But that's all modded content. It's not true to the game, so coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah. I actually, if anything, that might be a good that might be a good level that could have replaced the Kashyyyk level. But honestly,
Yeah.
But to be fair, if you remove the Kashyyyk level, I think you just remove Chewbacca from the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that would have been kind of funny. Just like, because like in the movie, he just randomly says, "Thank you, Chewbacca," and it's like it could have been any other Wookiee, but no, if there's any Wookiee around, it automatically has to be Chewie.
Yeah, that is kind of funny. I mean, I think it makes have Chewbacca there. Like it does get a little grating where it's like, oh, every single recognizable character has to show up in every single series.
But like that, it is what it is. Just kind of accept and move on. But Ruins of the Jedi, I think it's like a B tier level, maybe even C tier.
I'd say definitely B tier.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Darth Vader.
I mean,
okay.
yeah, I'd be more B leaning towards A. But for Darth Vader, I think.
Come on. Just the ending bit where you get to fight. If you're playing a 2-player game, you've been working together this entire time to get through the level, and then you have a boss fight against your friend. Like, I get it. You're just gonna be spamming like the Jedi Slam or the Jedi Slash attack. It's not like a super in-depth combat system, which they do for like later levels or whatever. But as a level, as a set piece, it just fucks.
Yeah, it does, absolutely. They completely butchered this in the Skywalker Saga.
Yeah, don't you play as like R2 and like as the second player or something like that? Just actually,
I think it might be C-3PO,
which is that is so retarded.
In all fairness, C-3PO is a lot more tolerable to play as in the new game.
But still, no, it's just like this version of the level. It's so good. It's just
Not to mention that like when you're doing free play, you can literally fight between any 2 characters.
Exactly. Like you can make your own custom character or like 2 bounty hunters or whatever. Like the level itself is kind of even better. I know a lot of them are like, oh, it's better after free play, but this one is the most unique when you get free play. And I think that it just fucks. Okay? You're like, do we need to say more?
It's so great.
Okay,
but speaking back to like the modded level real quick, is Emperor Palpatine playable in the first game?
No,
like without
no, I don't.
Like before.
I know that you can unlock Darth Vader in like the first New Hope level, which is kind of an Easter egg, which teased like the second Lego Star Wars game. But no, there is no Emperor Palpatine for the first one.
Okay. I mean, so like you would have traded out Chewbacca for Emperor Palpatine. So
yeah,
I don't know. Take of that what you will.
Okay, Manic. Actually, I'm gonna like cut this out. Like here, I gotta go take a piss. So like.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just gonna like cut that in editing, but whatever. Okay. Sorry about that, but give me a sec. So these are all the levels of the first three movies. The first game, Lego Star Wars 1. Is there anything like you disagree with? You know, should be higher, lower? Because I'm good with this. Because
Yeah, I mean, my main thing would probably be maybe Ruin of the Jedi in A tier.
for me, maybe like,
Or maybe top of B.
I mean, like, I think Retake Theed Palace should go to like forgettable or bad, just because like I just don't like it. It's also like pretty like it's one of the longest levels. And I just don't remember anything from it. So if I forget how the level is, you know, it's actually forgettable. But Ruins of the Jedi, you know, I can see that. It's like,
Okay, I'd say at least top of B tier.
yeah, I think that works.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm trying to think because let's see. Okay, so Darth Maul, Camino, Chancellor in Peril, Darth. I think that's solid.
Yeah, no, I think that's a goated S tier for now.
Yeah.
But now we get on to the, you know, sequel or like the original trilogy. So I was thinking of like chronologically sequel and like 4, 5, and 6. I'm so retarded. But anyways, so we have to remember these levels. They don't have, you only play as like a Jedi and like 5 of them. So it's
yeah.
You go from like having a Jedi and like almost all of these besides like the vehicles or like the Theed Palace ones, but to go from that
whereas you have to kind of work up your way from, you know, you mostly get it in episode 6 because you have Luke Skywalker, you know.
But so whereas the first game is more about like just the combat and slashing around, the second game is more about like set pieces and puzzles and shit like that. So as tones, they are definitely a bit like, as levels, they're all longer in general, which is
yeah,
it's a good and bad kind of thing, like so. But
yeah, not to mention they had to make up somebody just for this level.
Like,
yeah, they had
Rebel
Rebel
Friend.
Friend, which I mean, I love Rebel Friend, but I think the fact that like you just needed to add somebody,
yeah,
to fill a spot here, I think it's indicative. Like you're going through so much here. Like you start off with Leia, and then you lose Leia, and then you're just like 2 rebels going through, and not to mention it's like you're constantly going through the same hallways, like identical looking hallways too, while you're at it. I might say top of D.
It's just it's a very mid level, and I just
the only really memorable sort of secrets in this, like when you do free play, is the like not bathtub, but
hot tub. Yeah, the hot tub troopers.
Exactly, which I guess that's not even free play, which I should correct myself. But there's also like you can kind of like skirt to where like you have I remember there was you're on a lawnmower in kind of one of the side areas of one of the hallways. That's like the only memorable part of any of the hallways, because it's actively like subverting your expectations.
Yeah.
It's like,
we're not talking about the Last Jedi, Manic. Come on.
I know, right? But yeah, I think this just suffers too much.
Yeah.
From, it just lingers for a little too long. Because not to mention, like looking at this gameplay here, it is 3 minutes longer than Negotiations.
So like as an opening level for like the new game, it doesn't hold a candle to Negotiations. It just doesn't.
No, and that is literally one of my first videos saying how this does not hold up to Negotiation.
All right. So on to the Wasteland level. Once again, it's kind of a very long level. You go to the sand crawler, you go through it.
Do you see the shit?
How long?
Do you see this timestamp right here? 26 minutes? Are you joking?
Well, it includes like cutscenes and stuff, but still, it's like 26 minutes of just running through the desert, and then the sand crawler, and then getting back to Luke's home, or actually no, Obi-Wan's hut. It's a level that just keeps fucking going. But at the very least, you get to play as Obi-Wan, so you get, you know, another Jedi character, which helps.
I will say this definitely does kind of this does have more going for it, despite it being so much longer. Like there's definitely some places that could have been cut. I do like how you get to like go up into the Jawa, whatever the vehicle's called, the Jawa
sand crawler.
Like you get to do a little bit of switches, some platforms, then you actually go inside. I do like everything to do with going inside of the Jawa.
If it opened with the sand crawler and you go in there and then you like make your trek through the desert, it would have been fine. But how long does it take for like this video to even get to the sand crawler? Like what, 7 minutes?
To enter into it?
Yeah, like just to get to there.
Yeah, not 9 minutes, but
It-
I do like, but it does, yeah, it is roughly like 6 minutes,
Six,
just about, yeah.
7.
Which not to mention, like seeing the Sandcrawler and having another 3 minutes just to get in there, I think that is definitely way too slow.
It just keeps meandering. It overstays its welcome, but it's fine enough. I think it's got some good, some bad, so that just makes it like a C tier.
Yeah, everything to do with the end, I think it ends on a high note.
Like you get to see the moisture evaporators, which is what Tatooine, its main thing, right? Like moisture farming. So that's at least some good world building things in there.
Yeah, and like you kind of you have a vehicle that you can like go across all the mud.
Oh yeah, the like land speeder or whatever it's called. Yeah, no, it's the
Yeah.
ending of it is fine. I just think like the opening like 7 minutes is just the most boring shit.
Yeah,
So
that is true.
it,
If anything, I think that should also be in D tier.
really,
Right? Like, because if it like if there's good stuff, but there's this like massive thing you have to get through, just looming over it.
yeah, I guess it could be like the top of D. So
Yeah.
now the Mos Eisley spaceport. This level is actually relatively well paced. You go through this town and shit. This is where you like
Yeah, and
meet
then you
Han.
actually go into the cantina.
Now, when it comes to the cantina, there's a bit where, like, as a kid, I struggled with it because I only played as Obi-Wan just because he was a Jedi. But there's this bit at the cantina where the droids can't get past. Then you have to switch to Luke to, blast the little magnet things. Like, as a kid, it's kind of retarded. I didn't understand that, so I got really frustrated with it. But now, as, like, a mature, seasoned adult that is, like, I've been through the trenches of gaming. I've played Dustborn, I've played Reloaded, so it's like I know I'm a good gamer now, so I understand it, and it's fine. But
This
taking the
yeah,
AT-AT is pretty cool.
yeah, I mean the AT-AT, I think this whole set piece goes on for far too long. Like you take way too long just building it.
Yeah,
Just like for example, like you enter this area for like a whole you add like minute 5 and then you're not leaving till like almost a minute 8. So it's the same thing with the Sandcrawler where it's like a really cool thing, really cool set piece, but you're building up to it for so long. And then like the AT-AT like you like years I know you're seeing this in the gameplay. The AT-AT like it just got hijacked and now you have to fight 2 of them.
okay, yeah, so the level can get pretty
This might
bullshitty.
this might be a skill issue on this gameplay
I
part.
mean, I wouldn't like if it was me playing, I would have just killed all the troopers beforehand. But
Yeah, and then there's wait, how long does this even go?
Oh,
This goes on for this probably could have been broken up to like 2 different levels.
oh yeah,
frankly.
you have to go through the rest of the stages, Han and Chewie, just to get to the Falcon, dude. In the movie,
Which I like this. I like this part of the level though.
but yeah, it's just like as an individual level, it just keep like that's the biggest problem with the original trilogy. It just keeps going with the levels, and in a lot of ways, a lot of times it's not in a good way. So
Yeah, I guess it's more content, but at that point, like I feel like you could have easily split this up into 2 different levels.
yeah.
Which and like maybe it could have been a selling point for the second game instead of just having longer levels, meaning longer playtime. Just like we have more levels in the first game, which I guess that would have been true since like episode 2 in the first game only had 5 levels at first. But I do really like everything to do with like playing as Han Solo and Chewbacca.
It's a nice change of pace, and but then you have like the quote unquote boss fight against like the the spy, the Imperial spy or
Yeah.
whatever. You just kill some stormtroopers, hit him 3 times, and then you're done. But like as a level, it's fine.
Yeah, I think
So-
C tier is a fair place for it.
Okay, now rescue the princess is the first half of the Death Star, because like you have a rescue the princess and then Death Star escape. As a level, it's actually pretty good. You get to play as like Stormtrooper Luke and Han. It's like it's a cool aesthetic. Running through the Death Star is actually pretty nice. I fuck with it, and you get to see Obi-Wan like in the background of a lot of moments where he's doing his thing, you're doing your thing, right? So
You're separated from him. And like this is one of the cooler set pieces from this level, like past these elevators, which of course, okay, yeah, because like you get to see another layer of this.
exactly.
Like, it's not just like the hallways are connected because like there's just this openness to it. Where I feel like for most of it, it's very enclosed. I do really like this area.
And then
What else?
like a lot of it is just kind of running through the hallways and very
Yeah,
samey.
which is a running theme through the death. You know, when you're in the Death Star, it's just a bunch of hallways. But I think this does it really well, though.
But it at least plays with some vertical segments. So
Yeah, yeah. Whereas previously, most of the vertical segments were kind of excluded to only like the outdoors, like the previous level where you're in Mos Eisley.
I mean, I could definitely say it's a B tier level. Like it's more enjoyable than the first 3. So
Definitely.
all right.
And also, it's not literally 20 minutes long.
Yeah. Now, Death Star Escape. What really why the fuck do you not get to play as Ben, Kenobi fighting Darth Vader? Why? Like, am I misremembering that? Because isn't it just something that you see happen, like, towards the end of the level? Like, you see them fight?
Yeah, yeah, it's in the background while you're doing
Exactly. Like, what are you doing? You're getting C3PO and R2D2 out to, like, get the Falcon, ready to fly away. It would have been better if, like, you just fought him as is. Like, Vader versus, like, or what if, like, you had to swap between the two, like, or something like that. I don't know. It's just the whole, getting the Falcon ready to fly out. It just keeps going. You have to get in this little vehicle to activate the buttons. And it's just like, why the fuck are we doing that?
I mean, I think it makes sense because, you're playing as the main characters. Well, for the most part, Obi-Wan is just buying you time.
I mean, I get that, but still, it's just maybe in free play when you use that bounty hunter panel, you can actually go in there and fight. But still, I think it would have been better in general if you use Ben to fight Darth Vader, and like once you beat him, the cutscene activates, yada yada. But I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, I do like how you can actually go into where they're fighting and get a mini kit there. Like that is cool. Like it's the kind of thing where it's like, well, what if I was there? I could have saved Obi-Wan, And
No, I would have fucking killed Obi-Wan. His whole like, oh, I'm gonna become one with the Force. No, I would have stopped that right there. I would have like stomped his foot and then like stab him in the back. Like glory to the Empire. But that's just me. So where would you put it? Because I feel like it's kind of on par. It's just like second half of one really big level. Just like they're both B tier, like side by side.
Yeah, I'd say B tier's fine enough.
Now, Rebel Attack. It's a space battle, but unlike the Coruscant one, it's not on the rails. You like just fly around and shoot shit. I think it's actually pretty good. I think it's fine. Like you really get a sense of grand scale. It's like you're just flying all over the Death Star and it feels like it never ends, which is like, yeah, it's a space station the size of a moon. So
yeah.
Now some people some people might not like the torpedoes, the photon torpedoes or whatever they're called. I guess some people might not like it. It could be a bit finicky, but I mean, I would just say skill issue.
Right there in the gameplay, it literally missed.
Yeah, it's a skill issue though. You just suck. Get good.
Yeah, I mean, like, it is still a vehicle level, like an early Lego vehicle level at the end of the day, so I'd probably still say D.
Really? D tier?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah?
I mean, I was going like, B or so. Damn.
Yeah.
You want to split the difference and say C?
Sure.
We can be fair about it. Now, you want a real D tier vehicle level? Try Hoth Battle. Fuck this level, bro. It's another, you gotta tow the fucking bombs with your cable and shit. And then it's like, yeah, it's cool to take down an AT-AT or, whatever it is with like your cable. But then you have to do that like 5 more times. It just keeps going.
That is cool. And you have the little enemies that actually mess up with you like, they also have a cable.
Yeah. Well, what I mean is like it's fine, but it just keeps going. It should have.
This is bad. This is badass. Come on, you get to take them down. You get to do the thing in the movie.
Yeah, but
where you go like wrapping around their legs.
But the problem is like you do that like 10 times. It doesn't feel like cool anymore after the 10th time you've done it. And then like the bombs is super finicky. Like it's just so easy to like miss your shot or rams into a random enemy and then you gotta do it all over again.
There's like a 2 second like going from the bomb to this barrier.
Well, okay, for the first part of it, sure, but like as the level keeps going, that's what I mean. Like how long is the video you're watching?
Like 15 minutes.
Exactly. It could have been 10 and it would have been fine. Like the last bit where you're in one arena and it's like you gotta kill 10 of these things, then 5 of this and 10 of that. It just keeps going. It overstays its welcome.
Okay, yeah, I actually don't remember this arena bit. Yeah, this does go on for such a long time. Wait, but like that just goes to show like the bombs aren't the problem here.
Well, no, like the bombs are annoying, but then you add in all this extra bullshit. Like that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like it just compounds upon itself.
I mean, I'd say this is probably C or D tier still.
Yeah,
because it's still a vehicle level. I will say I do like because can you go into that ice cave the Wampa's in? If you're in free play.
I think you have to use like a Imperial Starfighter or something like that, but maybe.
Yeah. Like in free play you can do that. I remember. I don't exactly remember what about them I liked. I just remember liking some free play zones.
Yeah, but
here.
You see, Manic, it just keeps going. Okay, like,
they just more waves keep coming at you.
And like, I get it. It's like the actual Hoth battle itself is very much like a stall for time while everyone else escapes. But as a level in a video game, it shouldn't feel tedious. So,
okay.
All right. Anyways, let's see. So, escape
from Echo Base.
It's actually not that bad.
This I might say this is the best original trilogy at like kind of level so far. I quite enjoy this.
Having to use heaters to melt ice and stuff is cool. There's the little segment in the ice cave where you gotta roll down a hill to activate the buttons to open a door. It's very different, very finicky, but you at least get to use the
all sorts.
Like there's all sorts. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, there's all sorts of different nooks and crannies that you go into. Like there's this 3-way hallway and you kind of like, it's not like you pick one, go down depending on if you're a free play or not. No, they're all like for the story.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool. Like you go in, you like build the thing first to destroy everything. You go right to activate something on the left that you can go into. You get C3PO, then you go through. Like I think that's really cool and resourceful.
Yeah. And then you got now it
the
does
boxes to push.
Like it does kind of keep going with this whole box segment. If they just kind of skip towards the end with like the tauntauns to the Falcon, I think that would have been a bit better.
I don't think the box section is that bad because you're doing it while fighting.
It's not that bad. You're not just like fucking around doing nothing, like you said.
And also I'm pretty sure the boxes aren't even necessary. I'm pretty sure it's just for a mini kit.
All right.
So if anything, the boxes are cover in this instance.
All right, yeah, I see that. But
I think you might need. Yeah, I think is that how you get him?
No, you build a little vehicle and then that's how you flip him up.
Flip him up. Yeah.
Oh, you have to use the boxes to activate the vents, which helps 3PO get onto the vehicle. So the boxes are necessary, but anyways,
not every single one of them.
Yeah, not everyone, but as a level, it's actually not that bad. It's fine.
Yeah, this really, and especially like toward like, oh dude, this section's so good, like with the sliding.
Yeah, I literally I said that like 5 seconds ago, Manic, but you don't listen to me.
Yeah, sorry, we speak in chronological order here.
Yeah, whatever. Talking about Star Wars with chronological order. What the fuck are you on about? So like the hangar section with the Falcon itself, being able to use the tauntauns to actually get on top of it to repair it, and that's how you get out of there. I like that, incorporating the unique little animals that are unique to Hoth, right?
Yeah, so. I do like this, and like that's not even going into like all the free play areas that I really like myself too. Like I think it might be around here. I know it's gated, but gated by the Sith. Going up there, I really liked what you get when you go up. Like you have to basically build up these Sith stairs, or else you'll like slide down this. I really remember liking that area because I think you get a view of this area from up there.
Oh, cool. But yeah, no, I could definitely say it's at least A tier. I don't know if I put it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I put an S with like
definitely not S. Yeah, definitely not S.
No, it's one of the more well paced, and the fact that there's always something different happening in each door in each room makes it better. Now, another vehicle segment with Falcon Flight. It's kind of on par with Rebel Attack, but once again, it just keeps going. It's just you gotta escape the 3 Star Destroyers, and then you go through a meteor, an asteroid field or whatever. And then you go through another asteroid field. Then you go through a third one to eventually get to like the worm thing, right? And
It's really cool how you actually get to go into the worm.
yeah, the fact that it's a free, like, it's a score multiplier zone, it's pretty cool. Seeing it close its mouth is, also pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, I mean, there's not like, but if you're a Star Wars fan,
Yeah,
like,
it's
you know how ubiquitous that worm is.
yeah, it's not
like,
that bad, but
I mean, I'd probably say this is D tier.
really D tier, damn.
I don't know, or maybe, I mean, you're just going. I mean, I don't know, this might even be E, frankly.
Yeah, like the level
I'd say,
itself,
like,
it's
you are-
just an
you're
asteroid
just going
field.
through asteroids.
Like it's not necessarily that it's bad, it's forgettable.
The only like memorable thing is the wormhole.
Yeah. All right.
Like, yeah, you're literally fighting asteroids.
All right, I'm good with E tier. Now, let's see, Dagobah. So, kind of fuck with this level. Obviously, the bats being enemies, it's like they didn't have to do that. They didn't need some random enemy to deal damage. It could have just been a unique set piece with just you, Yoda, and R2. But besides that, the puzzles are pretty cool. Seeing Luke have to use Yoda to use the Force abilities is really, it's a unique mechanic that's not used anywhere else in the entire game.
Not to mention R2. I'm pretty sure there's a unique mechanic to this level where he actually, like, when you're going into the swamp as R2, right? He pokes out.
I think you can also do that on like one of the Tatooine levels, but it's just not something you really need to do. But the 2-player co-op in this level is actually pretty nice. R2's actually getting to do more shit than just activate a panel here and there. So that's nice. But once again, it's another level that just kind of keeps going. You gotta go through like 2 extra rooms, and then you get to like the fake Darth Vader fight, and after that it's a little bit more, and then you gotta get the X-Wing up as Yoda, because if you use as Luke, he can't do it, which is like the do or do not bit.
Yeah, because you're looking at this gameplay, like that's literal. That is a literal like same thing that we were doing earlier in the level.
Exactly.
Like, they repeated that.
So I don't know if
I would say everything to do with this room could have been condensed greatly. Yeah. I would say, like, the first room where you have Yoda on your back, just skip through that, and then everything with the mushrooms getting into the cave, all that's great. Is this?
But as a level, it's not that bad. It's definitely not a bad level. It just overstays its welcome. So I'm thinking like C tier for it, but
I would say more B tier.
Okay, I could go for B.
I think this is a solid level.
Now, Cloud City Trap. I think that this level is an A tier one. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It has a decent pace. It's reminiscent of the Darth Maul fight where you chase Vader throughout the building, throughout the compound, and it has a few extra things to do in free play, like actually, no, I believe that would be Betrayal Over Bestman is what I'm thinking about. But as a level, it's actually pretty good. And you get the high-quality Lego humor at the end, where Darth Vader pulls out a photo of Lego Anakin and is like, points to it and is like, that's you in the womb, right? So it's prime Lego humor with no dialogue, unlike other future Lego games. The actual fight with Darth Vader, like, yes, it keeps going, but it's like a different set piece. You have the, freezing chamber, then the, higher, like, then you have the the room where he throws shit at you, and then you have like the higher up walkway area where he cuts off his hand at the end. Each little area is memorable in its own way. Now, when you do fight Vader and he's spawning these clone troopers, it is a bit tedious. Sure, I'll agree with that if you were thinking that, but still, it's like, it's a damn good level.
Yeah, I'm trying to, because this is basically just a Darth Vader boss fight, and it's like 18 minutes.
Okay,
like, there's definitely a lot of fat that could have been trimmed here.
Yeah, hearing 18 minutes, I definitely won't say it's S tier, but I think it's an A tier level. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, for comparison, right? The Darth Maul fight, like for this gameplay, which mind you, like, it has like an intro at the beginning and then plays the crawl and cutscene.
Yeah.
Right. Darth Maul was only like 13 minutes, so this being 5 minutes on top of that.
Yeah, like this room with the whole like stormtroopers and activating vents, that could have been cut out. Probably would have been better.
Yeah, probably the 2D section as well, that could have been shortened.
But still, it's like, for what it does right, it does it right.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm thinking A tier. Like just like that
Okay.
that one bit in the middle prevents it from going to S, but you know, we've been a bit bit of a tight ass about like the sequel, the original trilogy. So it's like when they do something right, let's give them that participation award.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one,
Right.
Betrayal over Bespin. So this is the one where it's like, in order to get the red brick, if I remember correctly, you have to beat Boba Fett to his ship, which is actually a really cool idea for like free play. That was nice. Once again, it's kind of just like shooting, shit through hallways and whatnot. So it's like,
I mean,
but-
I do like everything about this level because you have the white interior with the sort. It's not the same contrast as with
yeah,
Camino,
the
but it's
sorry, it's just I'm
it's
looking.
more.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. And it's like the color hues of like the sun going down, right? Like,
Exactly right.
ooh, it just looks
Like
good.
the sun setting, I do really like that. 'Cause wasn't there a whole thing with the sky changing in the in Cloud City? When
Yeah,
it came to, the
it's like,
special edition or whatever.
oh, I don't remember that. I thought it was just like, oh, the day keeps going and it's almost sunset. I thought that's what they were actually doing.
I feel like they changed the sky in the special edition of Star Wars, which I'm fairly certain the Lego is taking cues from the special edition.
Probably. But as so you try to stop Boba from leaving, he gets away, then you go back into the Cloud City area. You gotta do some puzzles and shit. Like, it's fine. It's a decent Lego level.
I mean, dare I, because it has a little bit of tiffing with the Boba Fett, and then you get to ride in like a little mower. You get to go up into okay, this part isn't the. I think the other elevator was the like kind of pool troopers or whatever, the
Yeah.
beach troopers, whatever they were. So like that's a cool callback. I think. And also, you get to use that same thing from the very first episode, or very first level, the first episode with the crane. So that's fairly neat.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
I think this might be A tier.
I think it's a nature level. I can agree with that. So moving on. Jabba's Palace. This is when you get to actually play as a bounty hunter for the first time using like the masks and shit. So
Yeah.
having thermal detonators is a lot of fun. You have the boss fight with the Rancor at the end of it, which is also pretty cool. Just running through the palace and just seeing how fucky it is. It's a very good set piece. And like you get to ride on that weird little droid. You get like all your favorite characters like Chewbacca and Leia. And you get to see Luke again as an actual Jedi. So
yeah,
it's just,
and like he has the coolest design in this movie.
oh, absolutely.
Wearing all black with the one black hand.
And seeing Luke actually use like, force choke. It's
Yeah.
He's a more different Jedi character, which helps him stand out.
Yeah, well, from what I remember, that only applies to these enemies, right?
Probably, but still, it's like
Gamorrean
just a
guards.
little extra detail that keeps going, that helps it stand out.
I think I don't know. I think every Jedi character like with Gamorrean guards are basically doing force choke, but I think that's a cool detail because like it's the whole thing about like Luke possibly going dark side.
Okay, but
Yes, I think this is a decent level, like the because the enemies keep spawning if you don't switch them off. This, oh my god, do you see this video? 28 minutes.
it does keep going though.
The length is such an issue with all of these.
Yeah, I couldn't put it in like S tier, maybe more B tier.
Yeah, I'd probably say I mean I do kind of like everything that's here. I have a very vivid memory of somebody. I didn't even know who this kid is, but like somebody needed my help with Lego Star Wars. As like, and this person's whole issue is that R2-D2 could not fly across the gap. And literally this person didn't know that R2-D2 could fly.
I mean, don't you learn that with like the Camino level, or are you talking about like the actual? Well, no, you know that from Dagobah. You actually have to have R2 fly. Even if you don't play as R2, you would still see the computer do it. Is your friend just a retard?
Again, I didn't even know this kid. I swear. It was just like
Okay.
I was. Just,
I
do not remember anybody else who was there in that scenario. This is so long ago. But this could also be a thing because you can play the movies out of order. You just can't play the episodes of each movie out of order.
Okay, fair enough. But
So
anyways,
it could have been the case where this person completely skipped episode 2 and just went to the third movie for some reason, or the sixth
Yeah.
movie. episode 5, but then skip to episode 6.
All right, but anyways, I say B tier for this level. Like, yeah, some cool shit, but keeps going. Now,
It's
the Sarlacc pit of Carcoon. The set piece of the Sarlacc is actually really cool. Once you get some more like Luke being an awesome Jedi shit, having to jump from like the ship to ship to get around the sail barge is actually really cool. I liked it, and it's a short boss fight against Jango, or no, Boba Fett. My bad, but I wish it was a bit longer. But then again, in the movie, he just gets
it's in the movie,
he just gets like knocked into the Sarlacc because of Han, which is funny enough. Now, when it comes to the actual sail barge itself, maybe that bit goes on for a while. You have to like go through it, then get on the deck and make the gun and shit. But I don't think it overstays its welcome. I think it's actually one of the more well-paced original trilogy levels. Like, how long is it?
Yeah, this is 23.
God.
Which, I mean, compared to 28 minutes.
Yeah.
But still, this is like 10 minutes longer than the Darth Maul level.
Yeah. But then again, that was just a boss fight level, so all of those are kind of short. But
yeah, but I do. This is the one room I really don't remember. But yeah, this one I remember because you can
you build a jukebox.
Those tiles can light up and all that. And but the main thing that you want to get to at a certain point is like on top of the ship.
And then you get to the slave layup, bro. There's some kid out there that image of her stayed with them. Not the actual movie version, but the Lego version. And that kid is all kinds of fucked up.
Yeah, I'm thinking either B or A tier for this.
I could go more of a B tier.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like the thing is really just the late. Like I have no issues with anything individually.
It's just all of it together. It's just like just keeps going.
It does really.
The speeder showdown, it's like an E tier level. I don't remember anything from this speeder level at all. It is literally like I don't remember shit from it. I just know it's like it's a forest. You get on your speeder and you just constantly go forward. And you just hold the button to fire, and eventually you kill some shit. You unlock a new path. You go down that way. And it's like,
I remember this one being one of the more annoying ones for me to 100%.
Yeah, it's a very big, like not wide open, but like the speeder sections themselves like just take a while to get through. So like,
yeah, and 23 minutes again.
I don't think it's a good level. Definitely E tier for me.
I mean, I do really like Luke. I really do like Luke's design in Endor.
I mean, it's a good design, but then again, it's like the actual speeder level. Just no.
Yeah. But then we get to the Battle of Endor.
Yeah. All right.
Meeting the Ewok.
You get Wicket the Ewok, another glup shitto. It's cool. A lot of it just starts off in like the tree area, which is just another kind of like Kashyyyk area.
I think this does it quite a bit better, I'd say. I mean, it depends how long it takes for you to get through this. But I think overall, it's
like kind of C tier.
It is more linear. I think C tier is fair because this does have a whole slogging. It slogs so much, and then you're also just going through a forest for the most of it. It does pick up at the end, if I recall, because you're actually going inside of an Imperial base. And I think, like, obviously, like, an Imperial base, that's nothing special. But in this level, going through the field so much that I really like the vibes of the Imperial base once you're inside.
Yeah. I think it's C tier level. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, you're yawning just thinking about it. Now, Jedi Destiny, the penultimate level. You have Darth Vader as, like, the second player. I mean, come on. It's another boss fight level. It's Luke and Vader versus the Emperor. It actually goes hard. It's really cool. Really sets it apart from the movie itself. Is it a bit shorter? Yes, but it's short and sweet.
By shorter, this is the same length as the Darth Maul fight. So like, I don't think it's inherently bad. Like just because it's short. Because frankly, like this game has had the opposite issue of the levels going on too long. But I think this really is just right.
And also, you can actually cheese the boss fight. Like the Emperor himself spawns in very close to a death pit, and if you're really fast, you can actually shove him down that pit for an insta kill, which is actually like just canon, right? And I know that that's more of a like speedrunner tech strat, whatever, but I think it's still cool. So
Yeah.
I want to put in an S, just like the aesthetics, the
Yeah.
vibes. It's like having Vader as your second player. It's like
And this is the only instance where the Imperial Guards are an enemy, right?
I believe so. Yeah, the red the red guards. Yeah.
Yeah, like this is a really cool because this is the one time in story mode that you use a character with Sith.
With dark side abilities. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's fairly cool because like you know, you go through the entire game and assuming you don't like buy a character to unlock them once you defeat them, this is your ticket to being able to, you know, have dark side abilities when you're going through free play.
Or you just get the, you know, dark side red brick and the Darth Vader level. But, you know, if you want to, you know, do it legit, I guess you can do it that way. But anyways, final level of the game that we're talking about is Into the Death Star, and it's another fucking mid-space shooter level. I know the aesthetics of actually going into the Death Star is actually pretty cool.
I do really like
so
that.
I think it's one of the better like vehicle space levels. So
yeah, because like it kind of gives me like, you know, the series of tubes, you know, kind of like Y2K kind of screensaver.
yeah, no, I get that. So
yeah, it's kind of giving me that, you know, just like with the color scheme. But I do like the bold kind of like red and blue clash.
And then like the very end where you're like trying to get out of there before it really blows up, it gives you that sense of suspense of like the explosion is right on your tail. So, you know, it's
I see. I think this might be B tier.
I could go with that. Into the Death Star. It's one of the more enjoyable vehicle levels, so I agree.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, there are some more levels from this game.
I mean, do we really need to talk about the Lego City level or Anakin's flight?
I mean, I think we can go through like the original pod race, the original like
okay. So I'm just putting them like just here for now. So the original pod race, it's a bitch. Like if you aren't perfect with it, you will just lose. So it's very frustrating.
It hurts to play in that case because you have to be frame perfect with it.
Exactly. Like it actually kind of hurts to play it because like a lot of times you don't know what the fuck you did wrong. It's like you were right there. You barely didn't get to the entrance of the cave in time, and it just leaves you with a sense of like, oh, I'm sorry, am I just a retard here?
Yeah, I do remember there is a big lack of feedback when it comes to that.
Yeah. Now, I say like it hurts to play. The original gunship cavalry though, if you aren't a complete retard and you actually know how to fly around the lasers and shit, it being a more on the rail shooter level makes it feel way more different than a lot of the other vehicle levels. And it's actually not that bad. So I think it's like a C tier for me.
Okay. And then I mean I think Anakin's flight and A New Hope, I think we can still rank those.
I mean, this is just another shitty like vehicle like level game. It's really short though.
Doesn't it go between, or it might just be mostly. I feel like there, yeah. Let me look it up.
Okay.
I don't think this is yeah, I mean it is definitely fairly short. I
mean it's just kind of like a neat little idea of like, oh, they were gonna include it, but too short to make it an actual level, so it's just a little extra thing, which is fine. So, but like just because of how bare bones.
Really, this isn't half bad, really.
It's just really bare bones, though.
Yeah, I would say C tier.
Okay, well, I can go C. Now the actual like the complete saga A New Hope, this is the episode 4 preview level that you would unlock after 100%ing the original game, and it's literally just like a shorter okay, you play as Vader, right? So
yeah.
It's not just secret plans, but it's another short level, but because you get to play as Vader, it's pretty cool. One fun thing though, little tidbit, is that Vader uses episode 3 Anakin's moveset. So he actually like he's hopping around way more than he should if you like actually look at, you know, his attacks and stuff.
Yeah, he looks more agile.
But like the novelty of playing as Vader in a game where it's like, oh shit, Vader.
Yeah, like the entire prequel trilogy is leading up to Darth Vader.
So the fact that you get that little extra tease, you know, like see he's doing like, okay, well I mean the Jedi slam attack is a flip, but like whatever. I think it's a B tier level. I think it's actually, you know, It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, why is this video from like 14 years ago buffering on me?
I don't know, Manic. Maybe maybe your internet just sucks. But as a level, it's pretty good. So
Yeah, I mean, it's just the main thing where like you know it because it is a episode, episode 4 level in the prequel trilogy game.
yeah.
That's the main thing. And these blocks end up getting used in or I think they were already used in what was it, negotiations?
Yeah, I believe so.
You spell Lego.
You spell Lego. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. But
yeah, I mean, this is a good bonus.
it's a one little extra bonus level, and it's actually pretty cool. So anyways, with literally everything else, it's just like either like episode 3 or like the fucking DS versions. We don't need to talk about that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, and also like with the Lego cities sort of levels where you just have to like collect a million studs.
it's just get a million studs. They're just kind of forgettable. So
yeah, like they all. I mean, really, the only one that stands out to me is the Lego Batman one.
But that's
And
Lego
I'm not
Batman, not Lego Star
Yeah.
Wars.
You're right. You're right. But that is our ranking. Tell us what you agree with, what you disagree with, and tell me what your favorite level is in the comment section down below.